And we're back with Tales of the Jedi, this time Season 1, Episode 3. Yeah, halfway point through this series. It's been a while since I recorded Episodes 1 and 2, because I just stopped recording for a while, and for the last few weeks I've been recording other stuff like Mandalorian and Rings of Power. So, yeah. But now I'm getting onto this because I thought I might as well just finish off. It's only 4 more episodes. So, that is what we are going to do today. So, yeah, this is going to be episode 3. Last episode, we had young Dooku and young Qui-Gon Jinn, who I recently found out, well, not recently, after I watched this, I found out that that young Qui-Gon Jinn was played by Liam Neeson's son. Yeah, he was played by Liam Neeson's son, so that was incredible to hear about. I'm amazed they did that, and I really like that they did that as well. It was very nicely done. And Count Dooku, same as Clone Wars, Corey Burton, which I think I compared it I think I said it last episode. I know I said it last episode. If they were to make a live-action version of a young Count Dooku, he should be played by Adam Driver, because he's got that deep baritone voice that Count Dooku has. And plus, he kind of looks like the animated version of Count Dooku there. But yeah, got a bit more of the past of Count Dooku, where they went to this village where the people were suffering because the senator who represents their planet is only interested in himself, a corrupt politician who only cares about his own security, his own safety, his own health, and has just completely disregarded his people. And so they took it upon themselves to kidnap his son, to try and get him to sort of give them the care they deserve, really. And in the end, the Jedi agreed with the people when Dagonet showed up with all of his nicely clad armour, his top state-of-the-art soldiers, and these people who were just suffering. So, and you got really a sense of what kind of character Dooku was back then, when he was saying, like, he doesn't. When the Senate was like, you serve the Senate, the Jedi serve the Senate, and Dooku just says, no, we serve the Republic, we serve the people of the Republic. So it really shows that his because Dooku left because he believed that the Republic and the Jedi were losing their way, who were kind of corrupt, and obviously you can tell the start of that happening with the last episode, when he went a bit dark side there for a moment when he started choking out Dagonet with the Force. After Dagonet said that he would make an example out of these people for defying him. So, yeah. Issues with Dooku on the horizon, and I know this show is probably going to go even deeper into that, but yeah. Just going to keep moving on with this show. Season 1, Episode 3 of Tales of the Jedi, starting right now. Okay, Republic shuttle once again. Jedi shuttle, I think.
You've been studying that tablet for a while.
Ace Windu.
Are the answers you need over Master Katri's death in that file? No. And Senator Larrick's testimony isn't enough for you.
Master Katri died from an ambush. My instincts tell me it was not that simple.
Since we are not members of the council, we cannot involve ourselves in local political skirmishes, unless requested by the Jedi High Council or Senate.
My friend,
Mace Windu's not on the council just yet.
Sometimes inspiring and sometimes maddening.
He's a very stickler for the rules, is Windu. I can't get over how good this show looks. It looks incredible. Every shot is a fucking masterpiece.
Why would you choose to go without a security detail?
Because I hope for peace on Raxus, and I'm willing to do anything for it. I confided as much to Master Katri when she arrived. Being the Jedi that she was, she refused to let me out of her sight. And she paid for it with her life.
I'd like to see where you and Katri lives to meet this informer.
By the time we arrived,
well, you know he's gonna be a prominent character. He's got mismatched eyes and a scar across his nose, so that means he's gonna be a prominent character. You don't make a design choice on a character like that without showing it more than once. Lightsaber cut. Blaster fire. She was hopping around quite a bit, wasn't she?
Firing upon her immediately.
If Master Ketri would have fired upon him, blast marks on her ship. No damage.
CSI.
Judging from your description, someone fired from the direction of the ship.
For a Jedi to succumb to a surprise attack is rare. Unless that attack is from someone one would trust, like you.
The guards killed her.
Holy shit! Go on! Quick work.
Tell us what really happened. You and all of the Senate puppets will feel reckoning. No!
Barrack was using his ascendancy to become rich at the expense of our people, planet. He was willing to bleed Raxus dry, luring off world companies to come in and industrialize the land. He was selling off our planet. Jedi are lapdogs of the Senate. Their bidding always comes first. It's evident throughout the galaxy. Jedi claim peace, but mostly keep law and order for the rich and powerful.
This is Dooku. This is Dooku all over.
Do you think the Jedi will truly keep peace if they continue to take everything the Senate says as law?
Luckily, we are guided by our council and not by politics, nor ego.
That's not the case. That's not the case later on. You may think you're guided by your council, but you're really guided by your politics and ego. It's what Sidious uses to fuck you over. Yoda and Plo Koon,
Younglings and Jedi.
Kyadimundi,
questioned themselves relentlessly. She was on
Sunube.
the force. It flowed with certainty through her.
I am told you will be presented with Master Catri's counsels.
Okay.
Is this something you knew was happening before we left for Rexus?
I was as surprised as you are now. You decided to interfere in a way that led to a senator's death. I will speak to the council on your behalf.
How kind of you, Master Jedi.
Tension. Is that it? Yes, that's it. Okay, look at the cast list, see if I recognise anyone. Yeah, no one that I really recognise besides the obvious T.C. Carson and Corey Burton. Yeah, no one really that I recognise. Kyadimundi, I imagine, had the same voice. It sounded just like him from Clone Wars, so I imagine he's the same voice. No one else really that I recognise. Yeah, we're just continuing on this downward spiral of Dooku. It's not too different. It's not that different from how Anakin started to see things. It feels like a similar scenario to what Anakin was going through, really, because Anakin was like on the side of the Senate. He believed like the Jedi should serve the Senate and everything, whereas Dooku is going through almost. It's not. You can get what I mean, where he's facing like a crisis. Both him and Anakin faced like a crisis of faith, like questioning their faith a little bit in the Jedi. Where Anakin was like on the side of the Senate, Dooku sees the Senate. He sees all these corrupt senators, and he's just seen that the Jedi just follow them blindly. But we had Windu and Dooku in this episode. And as always, Windu is a stickler for the rules. However, It's when he tries breaking those rules later on in Revenge of the Sith that really leads to his downfall. Because of how dogmatic he is, it leaves him as like an unlikable character and puts him at odds with Anakin a lot of the time, and it leads him to like Anakin losing his trust quite a bit because of how rebellious Anakin is. And yet, the one time when Windu went a bit rebellious, when he tried to kill Sidious, even though it wasn't the Jedi way, that is when Anakin was the one who's like, "No, this is the Jedi way. You can't do this." And he cuts off Windu's hand. He gets electrocuted and he goes out the window. He's a stickler for the rules almost all the time, and the one time that he doesn't, it leads to his death. It's a bit ironic, that, isn't it? But yeah, they were here to investigate the death of Jedi Master Katri. Never seen her before. She looks like the same kind of species that Luminara is. I think Barisophi is the same kind of. Yeah, I think she's the same kind of species, but Katri looks like the same kind as they were. And Dooku and Windu. Well, Windu is not on the Jedi Council at this point, but at the end of this, he's granted Katri's seat. Ooh, so. And then it just shows Dooku's now mistrust of the Jedi, that he's beginning to think that maybe Windu knew about this before they went on their mission. And once again, but they were dealing with a rather corrupt senator, or a senator who lost his way, really. But this time it wasn't a senator who was stripping, well, in a way it was, but this wasn't a senator who was like only taking care of themselves, but he was a senator. Actually, it was a senator who was taking care of themselves, because he was changing the planet, and then once again the people, or rather the guards, fought back against him. And I love the CSI like scene where they were looking at all the blaster marks, all the lightsaber cuts, and then noticing the ship wasn't damaged. It was a very CSI moment, and right then, right quick, Larrick just got executed when he ratted out the guards. I knew that guard with the mismatched eyes and the scar across his nose was gonna have some sort of importance, because you don't make a character design like that and not have him be of any importance, because what's the point then? But yeah, quick showdown with the guards. Windu and Dooku just handle it like they always do, as badasses. I wish we got more like Windu action in the prequels, but unfortunately, the only good fighting you have with him is in the Geonosian arena, and then the other moment where he's fighting is, unfortunately, when he's facing Sidious, and it's kind of awkward. Then they find out that Larrick has been selling off in the guards' words, selling off their planet piece by piece, saying how the Jedi and they killed Katri because they believe that the Jedi are just lapdogs for the Senate now, just the yes men for the Senate now. And that is exactly Dooku's ideology. That's the reason why he leaves the Jedi Order in the first place, because he's lost faith in the Jedi. They're not what they used to be, and they're only following these senators who have their own agendas, and it's leading the Jedi into something they're not supposed to be. So yeah, Dooku's crisis of faith continues. I imagine we're going to see, before this season's over, we're going to see the end of it. We're going to see the end of that story of him fully going dark side. Yeah, where do I rank this episode? I can't remember where I ranked the last one. Let me see. Okay, I ranked episode, from bottom to top, it was episode 1 and episode 2. I think this goes above episode 2, so yeah, this is the new best episode, because it's just continuing the story of Dooku, and you're seeing the pieces come together a lot more now. Like, he's losing his faith in the Jedi, he's especially lost his faith in Windu here. because Windu basically served as like a mascot of exactly what Dooku believes the Jedi are becoming. And even at the end, Windu said like we're guided by the Council and not the politics or the ego. That is exactly what the Jedi are guided by in the Clone Wars, in the prequel era. They're guided by the politics of the Senate and their ego, believing themselves so powerful. And that is exactly how Sidious fucks them over. He uses all of that against them, and in the end, that's how they lose. Once again, I cannot emphasize how good this show looks. Like every single shot is like a masterpiece. I think this is the outro now. So yeah, that has been my reaction or review for you on YouTube of Tales of the Jedi Season 1 Episode 3. And yeah, that's all we've got for now. Until next time, we are over and out. Bye!